Welcome back to Haywood's Plumbing channel. Today we're diving into the world of waste management. Specifically, we're asking, what is the difference between a septic tank and a cesspool? Now, you might be scratching your head, wondering what these two things are. Well, in the simplest of terms, both septic tanks and cesspools are systems designed to manage waste, particularly for homes that aren't connected to municipal sewage systems. Think of them as your home's personal waste treatment plant. They're out of sight, but play a crucial role in maintaining the cleanliness of your home and the environment around it. Now, while they serve similar purposes, septic tanks and cesspools are not one and the same. They have their unique characteristics, benefits, and even drawbacks. You might be wondering, why should I care about this? The answer is simple. Knowing the difference can help you make an informed decision when installing or maintaining your home's waste management system. First off, let's tackle septic tanks. What exactly are they? Well, imagine a hidden fortress underground. A fortress that is designed to handle your home's wastewater. That's a septic tank. It's a large container that's typically made of concrete, fiberglass, or plastic and is buried in your yard. Now you might be wondering, what does this tank do? It's not just a storage unit for water, but a fully functioning treatment plant. The water from your home, whether it's from your toilet, sink, washing machine, or dishwasher, all goes into this tank. But here's where the magic happens. Inside the tank, there's a process of separation. The wastewater separates into 3 layers. The top layer is called scum, which includes oils and grease that float to the surface. The middle layer is the effluent, or wastewater, and the bottom layer is the sludge, which is made up of solid waste. Now this might sound a bit gross, but it's crucial for the next step. The bacteria in the tank get to work on the sludge, breaking it down. These bacteria are like the superheroes of your septic system, reducing the volume of solids and transforming them into a liquid. But wait, there's more. The middle layer, the wastewater, gradually drains out into a drain field, a series of pipes in your yard. Here it gets further treated by the soil, which acts as a natural filter, breaking down harmful bacteria and viruses. So there you have it. A septic tank is not merely a storage unit but an underground treatment plant working 24/7 to handle your home's wastewater. It's a complex system of separation, bacterial breakdown, and natural filtration that ensures the water returning to the environment is as clean as possible. So, in a nutshell, a septic tank is an underground treatment plant for your home's wastewater. It's a vital part of any home, working silently underground to keep your home and the environment safe. Now on to cesspools. What are they and how do they work? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of this lesser-known wastewater system. A cesspool, much like its cousin the septic tank, is buried underground. But that's where most similarities end. A cesspool is essentially a simple pit, a hollow cavity in the ground, where wastewater from your home collects. It's an old-fashioned system, one that's been in use for centuries, long before modern septic systems came into the picture. But how does it work, you might ask? Well, it's quite straightforward. The wastewater from your home flows directly into this pit. But unlike a septic tank, there's no separate chamber for solids and liquids. It's all in together, mingling in the underground pit. Now here's where the magic happens. The water part of the wastewater slowly seeps out into the surrounding soil. This is a gradual process, and it's how the cesspool manages to deal with the liquid waste. The solids, on the other hand, well, they stay put. Over time, these solid wastes decompose thanks to the work of naturally occurring microbes. But don't think it's all smooth sailing. Cesspools require regular maintenance to ensure they don't overflow or become a health hazard. And in some regions, they're not even allowed due to environmental regulations. But when maintained properly, they can serve as a simple and effective way of dealing with wastewater, especially in rural areas where more complex systems might not be feasible. Just like the septic tank, the cesspool has its pros and cons. Its simplicity can be a boon, especially in terms of initial installation costs. But the lack of separation between solids and liquids might make maintenance a bit more challenging. So a cesspool is essentially a holding pit for wastewater, allowing liquids to seep into the ground. It's an older, simpler form of waste management, but it's not without its charm. And that's the essence of what a cesspool is all about. So we know what septic tanks and cesspools are, but how do they differ? Well, the first difference lies in their treatment process. A septic tank uses a 2-part system. It separates the solid waste from the liquid, allowing the liquid to flow out into a drain field where it is naturally treated by the soil. On the other hand, a cesspool is a simpler system. It's essentially a holding tank for waste, with no separation or treatment processes involved. The maintenance needs of these systems also differ. A septic tank generally requires more maintenance. The solids that accumulate need to be pumped out every 3 to 5 years to keep the system functioning properly. Cesspools, however, need less frequent maintenance. They typically only need to be pumped when they become full, which can take several years. But remember, less maintenance doesn't always mean less hassle. If a cesspool becomes too full, it can overflow and create a messy and costly problem. Now, let's talk about their environmental impact. Septic tanks, despite their higher maintenance needs, are generally more environmentally friendly. The treatment process they use helps to reduce the amount of harmful bacteria that enters the soil. Cesspools, however, allow all waste, including harmful bacteria, to seep into the ground. This can contaminate nearby water sources and harm local ecosystems. But let's not forget about cost. While septic systems may require more upfront investment and regular maintenance, they can last for up to 30 years if properly cared for. Cesspools, while cheaper to install, may require more costly repairs over time due to their simple design and potential for overflow. As you can see, both systems have their pros and cons. It's all about what works best for your specific situation. Whether you prioritize maintenance, environmental impact, or cost, understanding the differences between septic tanks and cesspools can help you make an informed decision. So, keep these factors in mind, and you'll be well on your way to choosing the right waste management system for your home. Now that we've compared septic tanks and cesspools, which one should you choose for your home? The decision isn't quite as straightforward as you might think. There are a multitude of factors that come into play when deciding between a septic tank and a cesspool. First off, local regulations are a significant consideration. Some areas have strict rules about the types of waste disposal systems that can be installed, so you'll need to check with your local authorities to see what's allowed. In some cases, you might not have a choice at all. Next, the size of your property and the type of soil you have can also influence your decision. Septic tanks require a leach field, a designated area, where the water from the tank can safely percolate into the ground. If your property is small or the soil isn't suitable for percolation, a cesspool might be the better option. On the other hand, cesspools can be more prone to overflow and contamination, especially in areas with heavy rainfall. Personal preference plays a part too. Some people prefer septic tanks because they are self-contained systems that don't require much maintenance. Others prefer cesspools because they are simpler and less expensive to install. But remember, the decision isn't just about what you prefer, it's about what works best for your specific situation. For example, if you have a large family or frequently have guests over, a septic tank might be the better choice because it has a larger capacity. Conversely, if you live alone or don't use a lot of water, a cesspool could suffice. No matter which system you're leaning towards, it's always a good idea to seek professional advice before making a final decision. Experts in the field can assess your property and provide recommendations based on their knowledge and experience. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's all about what works best for your home and your needs. So take your time, do your research, and make an informed choice. After all, a well-functioning waste disposal system is key to a happy, healthy home. So there you have it, the difference between a septic tank and a cesspool. We've journeyed through the intricate details of how these two systems function, from the septic tank's multi-chamber process that separates and treats wastewater, to the cesspool's simpler, yet effective method of storing and leaching waste into the surrounding soil. We've compared the two, noting the advantages and disadvantages of each, from installation and maintenance costs to environmental impact. And we've explored how to make the best choice based on your specific needs and circumstances, whether it's the longevity and efficiency of a septic tank or the low upfront cost and ease of installation of a cesspool. We hope you've learned something new today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment down below with something new you learned from this video. Thanks for watching.